So, let's talk about what Danny's comments were after the game yesterday. Some interesting things came out of it. Hello and welcome to this video. You could like, share and subscribe to the channel. I much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live and live streams happen. We'll be doing a debrief tonight, so join me for that. So it should be a good one. But after yesterday's 3-3 coming back from the dead pretty much to get something out of it, which is one of those things where we keep having to do. Excuse me. We keep having to do this where we have to come back from behind to get into games and then have a second half to play, which is really, really good. And I just wish we could have it that we have two halves of football that are combined that are the same, and we're really struggling with that. Danny went on to say this to the media. I think in the first half we saw what it means to play against a strong and very good team in the league. It's why they are top 6. I think it maybe opens some eyes of what it needs to be in the position in the table. And in the second, you saw two things that we can change something with the subs, and from the tactical side, we saw how strong the belief in this group is. And the thing is, one of the biggest things that I saw in that game was how good Ingolson and Chalobah were. I think they ran that midfield so well. Chalobah had an excellent game. It was the one where I think when most people watched it, they saw it, but they didn't realise how good an impact he had. Excuse me. Impact he had on that game. He said not go into that. We've taken many points from behind. It's incredible. I'm very proud of my team. They never give up. Every help, everyone's important. The group and I take a point here. A very, very strong side is outstanding. Now here's the thing. We go to Preston North End on the next game, and I don't want to see us do this again. I want to see us keep going on the front foot, keep going at teams, keep trying to start game better. But he also said that there was a little bit of negativity after the game because Gassama had a really good game and played some really good football. But there was a concern about him when he went off, and you saw him limp off slightly, and you're thinking, that doesn't look good. Danny went on to say, hopefully he has nothing serious. You me. He's a player at the moment, stepped up in a big way, not just with the ball, against the ball. He helped teams and he can carry the ball. Let's see, there's not much time, and it is close where we cannot take risks. But that's the chance for another player to play in his role, and we'll do again. Maybe someone like Kabachi can step up and play his role. It's interesting with that one because I saw when he got the knock versus in the Middlesbrough game, sorry. And he really looked like he was struggling. He looked like he was struggling just to run on his ankle a little bit. It's like he turned it. And it was interesting how he immediately went, this ain't right. I need to come off. I need to try and put this up, put it in some ice, and try and not run on it. Because he has been really, really good. And it's one of those things that I'm really happy to see him playing some really good football and just coming on as a player. Because when he first came in, we knew there was a player there. It was just about him being consistent. And that's what we're starting to get a little bit more from him. A little bit more consistency each game. But that's the other thing with this squad as well. It's not only the injuries, there's illness in it at the minute. It's the time of year. I should know because of how ill I've been recently. Overnight, they lost Masaba. So that's why Olaf was in the squad. Ben Hamer's still very ill. Whitway's still very ill. Danny said, we have to stop this. At the moment, we have no injuries, but illnesses are coming in, and it's something we need to stop. But you can see the players out there ran their socks off for everything. I said this to the players. We play at a high level. We go again and again and come level. We did again, and this is what we have to take from the game. Also, one thing to note, Danny made a very good point in just kind of hammering the point home that he wants more players in. He said if we can get more players up, we can be less than this mid-table team. Maybe we challenge. It's interesting how he's still banging that drum at Chansiri to say, hey, we just need a couple more players to come in. And I think we will. I generally do think we'll get some players in, but it'll be interesting to see what Danny can get Chansiri to agree on and get in. Now, the interesting thing is, if you're talking about transfers right now, Louis Barry has apparently, Borough have pulled out from going for him, because originally they were the front runners, but now they pulled out, so that's interesting. So I think that leaves a number of clubs eyeing for him to come in. But Sheffield Wednesday got a draw yesterday when it looked like we were going to be losing it. It again shows what the team can do. I think it's up there with Fatih comebacks. I think it was 15 minutes. It's not quite there. I think Cardiff hold the record on 9. Excuse me. And so we'll see what happens in the next game. But the thing is, they've not got long to rest. They've got today, tomorrow, and then it's Preston on Sunday. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do against Preston away. 12:30 kickoff, so it's an early kickoff, so things change with how they do their preparations and stuff like that. But if Wednesday can go into game playing like we do in second halves at times from the beginning, we wouldn't have to be chasing games. For some reason, we seem to be a team that like to chase games, then leave from the front. And it's something that mentality-wise, I like to change. But the fact that we're still coming into games and still being able to get points when we should be 100% not picking anything up after first half to play is really, really encouraging. But with that said, we will move on to the next game versus Preston North End. Hopefully, when they can go get a good result again away from home. Our away record is very good. So we'll see what happens there. And hopefully, Sheffield Wednesday can pick up another either point or 3 points on the road.